And please choose a leader to guide the conversation. The rule of the leader is just to read the questions and make sure that everyone has the opportunity to answer the questions. Okay. So with that said, that's it, guys, and see you 10 minutes before the end. And that's it, guys. See you. Oh,
just a minute. Okay.
let
Now
me just
we're gonna
share
do
the questions. Oh my God.
Yes. Okay.
The main thing.
Okay, let's go. Okay. We did it, Bruno.
Nice, really nice, guys. So let's begin. I will introduce myself really quickly, just to everyone know me. And my name is Bruno. I'm from Santos City. I'm 32 years old. I'm married. I have a beautiful daughter. And what else? I work at a freight forwarder company for 9 years. There I'm part of the collection team. So I need to call to the customers and try to make they pay dependencies, the outstanding amount. And I'm hosting here on TNT. And for me, it's a pleasure. It's something that I was looking for, but I didn't have the courage to take it in the past. But in some moment of my life, I decided to become a host, and I apply for the case, and that's it. I'm here, and that's it, guys. What about you, Karina? Tell me everything.
Hi, Karina from Recife, 44, married, and I have a daughter, 23 years old, as account science. And I've been working with technology field for over 10 years, and like a front developer and a designer. And I'm happy to be here to practice our English. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Karina. And what about you, Ju? We have some problem with I can't hear you properly. Yeah, nah,
okay,
that's
now
good.
it's better.
Yeah. I do it all the time at work.
Thank you. So my name is Juliana. I'm from São José dos Pinhais, close to Curitiba, Paraná State. I'm 35 years old. I'm current work with as a SAP constant, and I'm here in TNT, I think more than 1 month now, almost 2 months, and I'm here to improve my English skills.
Nice. Thanks for sharing. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Oh, thank
and
you.
What else? Let me see. Mr. Jefferson, please introduce yourself, my friend.
Hello, guys. Morning. I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia, Goiás. I'm economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás. And I'm here to improve my English in this beautiful day. Today's Saturday, good weather here in Goiânia. I hope to enjoy the day with you and with my colleagues.
Really nice to hear that, my friend. It's a pleasure to have you here, as I said. So, and not last but not least, Bruna, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Hi, guys. I'm Bruna. I'm 27. I live here in São Paulo with my family. I've been here on Talk and Talk since September 2021. And I'm also a hostess on Wednesdays and Fridays. And I think that's it about me.
Really nice, Bruna. Thanks for sharing. So let me ask you something, guys. What is your motivation to learn a new language? I want to start with Bruna, because she is in the process to learn Spanish, and I want to know about it.
That's a good one. I think it's to communicate in Spanish, but I think I also started enjoying the process of learning and the language itself. I think there is a lot of content in Spanish, like that I'm trying to have access to, and I just like the language, and I want to get to know more about it, and just use it in a daily basis. That's it.
Really nice, really nice. And Ju, can you tell me about your experience and about the question, of course?
Yes. In my case, I would like to learn English especially for professional purpose, because English it's a global language and it's very important nowadays when we work with IT, and not so IT, but I think almost every kind of professional nowadays it's necessary. And because I just would like to have more contact with other people from the other place, and for it English it's essential.
Really nice, really nice words, That's good. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Mr. Jefferson?
Well, in my case, I'm trying to be a globetrotter, to speak a lot of language around the world. I love to travel. I used to travel a lot. Now, with the end of this pandemic situation, for me, it's so nice when you go to another country and you can speak well the language. It's so nice. And in my career, it's very important because I used to write articles in English and Spanish. Today, you must write at least in 2 languages, good article in academy, sometimes three language. This depends on the article. And this for me, it's very good. And the other to have better communication. I love to speak a lot of languages here. I think it's a good experience. And the better place to do this is in TNT, is at TNT. I think it's the best platform to do this.
Yes, thanks for sharing, Mr. Jefferson. Really nice what you have said. And what about you, Karina?
So my motivation is because IT professional, you have needed to learn and read some subjects is important, and we know that we have subjects the first write in English and after translate to Portuguese, and if you know English, you can know or learn more subjects. That's in Portuguese didn't have. The other motivation is because I'm a member and participate in non-profit organization, Women Who Code, and it's in 134 countries. And we have meeting and we have a conference. And for me, it's important because I can communicate for other women and other countries. And because the professional opportunities get a job, as you know that we need to talk in English to get a job. It's important. Yes.
Really nice. And how this works, about a woman that you said. Yeah.
Yes, Women Who Code is a non-profit organization the commitment is to inspire women to technology careers. And I'm a co-founder in Recife. It's in Brazil. It's one network in Recife I created and co-founder, and I'm a director. And can each women we have meetups, story groups in technology area. And here in Brazil, I organize the meetups, conference, and looking for partnerships to help to support our network. Yes, amazing. 8 years working like a volunteer. I love it.
Really nice, really nice to know it, Thanks for sharing, Karina. Really nice. And about me, of course, I have a lot of reasons to learn a new language, especially English, because English is something that I'm in touch a long time, I started to try to learn English when I was 12 years old, and I have highs and lows, during the process. I stopped for a while, and then I start to learn again, but by myself in that time. And I'm a kind of addicted to search something related with learning language, and I love to do this kind of thing. And I found TNT, in the most crucial moment of my life, because we were passing through the pandemic situation, and I remember that the project in that time was for free. So if you want to participate, you just went there and, schedule a time. And when I arrived on TNT, I realized that the people here were amazing, it's like a big family. And as we were stuck at home, we couldn't go out. I found a way to to keep the communication with people, not just at my job, because I was working from home in that time, but have contact with all different people, all different aspects, way to think. And for me, it was amazing, and I'm really grateful to have found TNT, I really appreciate that. And that's the reason that I'm here. I don't want to just use English and study English for a period of time and then forget about it and whatever. I want to use it for life, not just for a moment, but for life. Because if I don't use it for life, there's no reason that I to get this skill. Of course, we can use it at job, but some moment of your life you will get retired, so you will stop to use it. I don't think so. You need to use it. That's the reason that I'm here, and it's a pleasure to meet new people, and sometimes language can be a barrier. If you don't speak English, for example, that is a universal language, you do anything, so it's crazy. It's really crazy, but that's the thing in my opinion. So number 3, guys, tell us your story about how did you start to learn a new language, how it works and how it started. So Ju, share with us your story.
A sad story about trying to learn English for years. I think I started to really want to learn English 10 years ago, because I made the course for more than 1 year, but just because I'm very persistent, I was studying every day for 3 hours, and it's very tired, but I just want to finish, and it's my goal. And after that, I want to travel abroad. And because that, I start study hard at that time. And I made an exchange program in 2016. And after that, I just stopped to use English because I not have more contact with the language. I didn't use it in my work, and I just stopped, And now I'm trying again, because I realized that I just forget almost everything, and I need to have content because it's an investment for my life, and it's very important keeping trying and improving. And TNT, it helped me a lot to be motivated and have contact with the language almost every day.
Really nice testimony. Thanks for sharing, Ju. Really nice. And what about you, Bruna?
Oops. Okay. That's I will talk about Spanish because I think it's the one it is more fresh. I think I decided to study Spanish last year because some of my coworkers, they started talking about it, like Spanish. And I was like, interesting. I've never thought about it. That's a good idea. And then I started studying at Duolingo for a while until this year. This year, I decided to hire a teacher to guide me in the process, because I feel that Spanish, it's not just like English that you find content organized, on the internet. And then I've been taking classes for 3 months now, and it's been challenging because it looks like Portuguese. So I never know if I am speaking Spanish or if I'm speaking Portuguese. But I have already studied Spanish in the past at school, and it was pretty good, but I forgot a lot of things. So it's like I'm learning all over and also reviewing at the same time, it's interesting. And that's it. I'm still afraid of going to the charlas. It's a challenge. Sometimes I just avoid going. But that's it. Just like in English, we need to face it, just like another language, we need to practice. And I know I can't run away for so long, I need to face it. But yeah, that's it. Being honest here.
Yeah, you make me remember a situation that I lived here on TNT. At my first time here, I was sweating, all over my body, and my armpit was sweating, and oh my God, what am I gonna do? I need to face it. And I went for it, and I have no regrets to be here. It's amazing, If you stop to think, TNT is one of the few places that I have seen that you can speak freely. You have time to speak, real speak. Because I can see another place that you can speak like this, like we are doing right now. So that's the reason that I love it. And thanks, Bruna. Thanks so much. And what about you, Karina? Karina, did you answer? I think no, I don't think so. It's your turn right now, man. So please go ahead.
So my story about how I start a new language is English only. A long time ago in a high school, after go to English schools, I think all the guys here, one time in your life you go to English school. So yes, only English grammar, talking, books, and because I love to study English, because my dream is go to study abroad, but not happen, or I want a dream to fly to be a flight attendant, but it's not happen to okay. So yes, as other I try other English schools, other things. Yes, help me. I believe that all the things that you have in our process, in your path, you learn something to be here. I know, but the moment to here in TNT to have time to speak English is the best, because in internet English schools you have tips, tricks, rules to learn English, a lot of YouTube channels, teachers, but here the moment to talk in English didn't have, and because I love the TNT because we have a community. And for me, that I came back the community for like a volunteer 8 years, I know the strong the community can impact your life. Yes.
Really nice words. Yeah, thanks for sharing. And Mr. Jefferson, tell us everything about your
I open my heart now.
Please, we are all listening.
Yeah, I have just two stories. The first one about English is a very interesting story, because I knew a long time ago a girl from England with that English, potato, and some kind of English. And I learned a lot with her. It's very interesting. And I prepared to do Cambridge that time, but I didn't do. But it's very interesting because it's a new way to teachers. For example, she used to say, you can't learn some words that you can use. We talk, for example, about the end of the year, and we must to talk about my city, how is the end, and not about snow. I will never see the snow. How can I talk about snow? And I used to say to her the same thing. I never will teach you about jabuticaba, because how can you see jabuticaba in London? It's impossible. Just here in Goiás, you need to see jabuticaba. So it's very interesting the way I learn English. And the other, I learned Spanish. It's very interesting. A lot of guys in that time from El Salvador, Argentina, Paraguay, etc., study here in Goiânia, and I learned Spanish by literature and by music. We used to read all the authors of Latin American, like Pablo Neruda, etc., and about the music. It was very interesting. It's a new way to learn. And that's, for me, it's forever. I never will forget this. And here to practice my English with you guys. It's nice.
Really nice, Mr. Jefferson. Sometimes I get myself watching people from Charla, Spanish Charla, you know. So sometimes I watch you, you know, and you speak really good, you know, Spanish. Yeah, really nice to see. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Mr. Jefferson. So let me see here. The next question is, how many languages do you speak, and how much do you want to learn? In my case, I try to speak English. I did Spanish classes in the past, you know, but I don't use it, so I forgot a lot of things, you know. And I'm trying to learn French, because French is something that I really, you know, I think that the language is amazing, you know. It's sophisticated, it's beautiful, you know. And before the Paris Olympics Games, I want to know something, you know. Maybe I can get the intermediate level to try to speak something, or to try to understand what they are saying, you know. That's it, guys. And what about you, Ju?
So I think I'm speak just Portuguese nowadays and try to speak English. And it's a hard goal. But I've seen some meetings of some colleagues here in platform talk Spanish, and I start to be interested. Maybe the next language that I will try, it's Spanish, because I think for me it's a useful language. And French, I just think it's so beautiful. Maybe one day, but in the future, probably the next that I will choose will be Spanish now.
Really nice. Yeah, Spanish is important because, for example, here in South America, we are the only one, but we are the country that speak just Portuguese, you know, and you need to learn the language around you know, around the countries that you have that are neighbor to Brazil. It's important, you know, not just in South America, but in Europe as well, you know, North America. Yeah, it's good to know. Thanks for sharing, Ju. And what about you, Karina?
I speak Portuguese. try to learn English and speak, improve my English. And the future, I wanted to learn Spanish. Like you said, it's important because I think every place you go, you don't speak in. Oh, but you speak in Spanish, you know. And I think the Spanish is useful language.
Nice, nice. Thanks for sharing, Karina. And what about you, Bruna?
Yeah, I speak Portuguese and English, and I don't know if I can say I speak Spanish. I think I can communicate well, you know, if yeah, I think I wouldn't die in a Spanish speaking country. What else? I still haven't chosen the fourth language. I don't know about French maybe or Italian. I still couldn't decide. I think I would go with Italian because French, I don't know guys about you, but I feel it's so different, you know. Oh gosh, it's really, the sounds are so different. I can't imagine myself speaking French, you know. But maybe it's just a barrier I created in my mind, you know, and I think I would feel more connected to Italian than to French. So maybe Italian would be the next one. But it's still a challenge, you know. I'm giving my first steps on Spanish. So maybe in 2 years I will be ready to start another one, maybe Italian.
Nice, nice. Yeah, for my little experience, you know, that I have in French, I'm just using Duolingo as well, you know, and it's a little bit hard, you know. There are some words that you try to say based on your native language, in Portuguese, in my case, and when you say it, it's totally different, you know. You see that, oh my God, it's nothing connected, you know, about what I was thinking. So it's really crazy. It's a really beautiful language to learn. Yeah, nice. And Mr. Jefferson, what about you, my friend?
Well, to speak, I think I just speak Portuguese, only Portuguese. But I love to read. I read in English, Spanish, French, and in the past in German. No, I used to read, but now just English, Portuguese, Spanish, and French. I used to read a lot, all this language. But to communicate, like Bruna Trek said, I used to English and Spanish, maybe in the future in French, but in the past I used to speak French. I have been there for, I think, 2 or 3 times. But as an advice for me, you must learn something that is useful for you. If you speak, for example, English, you can talk around the world. I think you must be very good at English. It's very important. I have this experience around the world. And the second language is Spanish, because you can speak in 46 countries around the world, 46 countries. So you have a lot of opportunities. You're gonna speak Italiano, I forget. You just have one country to speak, just one. So for me, it's not useful. And French, you can speak in 8 or 9 countries. So
you got a point. That's a good point. I will reconsider. Maybe I should start French then.
Yeah, I think you must to learn something today that is useful for you.
Really nice words. Yeah, if you stop to think, is exactly in this way, you know, because as we are saying here before, if you start something and you not use it, it's like a waste of time, you know, because you are not practicing, you are not exercising that skill, so it's wasteful, you know. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Jefferson.
Just to add something very quickly.
Yeah.
I studied German. I have been twice in German, but it's not so good. Now I forgot everything.
Yeah.
I just know to read some words, but it's not useful.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, about, you know, choose something that is useful for you. Yeah, really nice tip. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Jefferson. Nice. And let me see here. It's a nice one question, and I'm really curious to know from you guys, what methods do you use to acquire knowledge in a new language? In my case, I use TNT, of course, you know. I study by myself, you know, every single day. Not on Monday, on Sunday. Sunday is, you know, it's holy for me because I need to spend with my family. And Saturday afternoons, you know, I just relax and enjoy this time. So I don't study on this periods, you know, on these days. Yeah, but the rest of the week I always try to do something, you know. It's hard for me because I don't have so much time, you know, so I try to wake up earlier than I wish, you know, and I try to write something down. I usually I put my earphones and I search for a channel that I recommend you if you want easy English. So I put some videos that I consider interesting about daily routines, you know, some situations at work, and I listen and I write down the words that I understand. If I don't understand something, I just uh, uh, leave a gap there, you know, a space to write it when I review all the text that I have written, you know, writing. And what else? I like to read, you know, it's really important, but I don't read books, you know. I just read some articles or some for example, I like to see the word of God, so I try to read in English and understand, and then, you know, if I miss some word, I look for the meaning, you know. But I wish to do it more often, you know. If I had more time, I would like to spend studying a little more, you know. Yeah, but at least during the week I usually spend 2 hours, you know. Sometimes I'm here on TNT trying to speak, and sometimes I'm just writing, you know, down and listening. Yeah, that's it. And what about you, Karina? What do you do to improve your skills?
So I think that's one thing that helped me a lot. Well, YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel, or if you have some subject that you wanted to do to learn. So the first thing is I like it to take a test, and each line doing the transcription and translation. The first translation to Portuguese, because for me is important to reference in Portuguese, and listen and read them, and after listen. And I like to do this. And YouTube channel, I install a new extension Chrome. The call name is Language Reactor, because you can do the same thing, the transcriptions and translate. And you, if you have some words, some vocabulary that you know, you can add, click in the tab, and you can add. And I think that text, videos, you can learn a lot of vocabulary. And after, I'll try to do something shadow, speaking in the test, you know, speaking the test. I read the native, and I'll try to speak. And I think that for me, I help a lot to be here and immersion talking. before to do this. For me, helped me a lot.
Yeah, really nice tip, because using Sharon, you can, you know, get the intonation of the voice, the highs, the lows, and it's really interesting, because sometimes you know about the word, but in a phrase you can, you know, have that same intonation, let's say like this, you know. It's really important.
I share in the chat the extension that I installed in the Chrome. In the each video, when you go to the YouTube, you can active or not if you want, but for me helped me a lot.
Really nice. Thanks for sharing it with us. Yeah, nice. And what about you, Mr. Jefferson?
Well, the first thing is to read everything in English. It's very important. Today, every day, I used to read the news for Banco Central, IBGE, and I used to read everything in English. For me, it's very important. It sometimes is very curious, because when you see, for example, some kind of translators from IBGE, something wrong, something right, but in Banco Central, I think we have the best guys in English, because most of them study in the United States, and etc., etc. So it's nice for me. And the other is to read newspapers and magazine, because you can read a lot of things. If you have a good newspaper, you can read about literature, economics. You can read about how to buy and sell houses, the price of cars, and etc., etc. You have a lot of advertisements, so it's so nice to read newspapers and magazines. So it's so nice. And the other method for me that I love, but I'm not so good as a singer, but I love to learn by music. You have a guy, it's you Brits. It's a guy from Bahia. It's very interesting. He studied in the United States. He used to put the music, the lyrics, the translation, and take the words, and you must associate these words with another words. I love to see this. And you have Teacher Bia. Teacher Bia, it's very interesting too. So you have a lot of channels by YouTube. You can see this. But unfortunately, I can sing. I'm not good at singing, but it's so nice to learn by music.
Nice, really nice to share it, Mr. Jefferson. And yeah, we have a lot of different channels to follow, YouTubers, you know. As my example, I used to follow Luca Lamparello, Lindy, you know, and what else? Steve Kaufman. They are polyglots, you know, so they know about this learning processes a lot, you know. It's really good to. I'm addicted to follow these guys and try to take some tip, you know, to get some tip to improve. Yeah, really nice. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Jefferson. And what about you, Ju?
My methods try to keep contact with the language, and for that, TNT is very useful for me. But at the beginning, now I'm trying to not be so concerned about the grammar, because I have been studying it for a long time, and I realize that when I'm writing or I'm talking alone, I try to not commit so many mistakes as when I talk with you guys. I don't know if because it's in, you know, it's in real time. I don't have time to think, and I think I'm not very comfortable, and I'm start to commit a lot of mistakes. And I accept that it's a process, and after some time, probably I will be better. So I'm just trying to enjoy the moment and try to improve here. So TNT helps a lot in this point. But I like too much listen podcasts. For me, it's helped me a lot, you know. And TED Talks, I really enjoy this little speech because it's not so long, or it's 10, 20 minutes at least. And I think another one, I'm not following so many teachers, this kind of thing, because for me it's not so useful. But I like to follow Hadar Shemesh. It's a girl for Israel, I think, and she talks a lot about pronunciation. And she has a community, influence community.
I know her.
Yeah.
What's the name? What's the name, Ju? Please, please in the chat. Write in the chat. Write down the chat.
Okay, I will put. And she has a community, influence community, and a lot of people around the world. They have some meetings there, and I would like to participate, but I'm not comfortable because it's different accents. You know, it's different when we're talking here in TNT because most of us are native from Brazil. We talk Portuguese, and you tend to have the same mistakes, the same mindset when we are talking, and you need to understand someone from China, Japan, and other countries talk in English. It's a little bit hard to understand. So I'm trying to improve, and the next step is try to talk with them, you know. But I'm trying to go step by step, you know.
Really nice. Yeah, I totally understand you because each one has your own accent, and when you talk with someone from another country, you like freeze a little bit because the accent is different. So when they say something that you maybe you don't have, you are not so sure that if the word that the person is saying is that or other thing, you know, it's really a little bit complicated, but is one of the challenge to learn a new language. You know, you need to adapt it in all the situations, in all different situations. Yeah, it's really nice point that you bring up. Yeah, you brought up. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Ju. And Bruna, it's your turn.
Yeah, I think Ju summarized it pretty well. She studied the same way I do. I don't like that much watching pictures. I usually look for TED Talks or like podcasts. You know, I feel that I'm facing the language. You know, how can I say it? Like I'm not watching someone explaining something. You know, I just watching the content itself. It's like there's a name for it and I forgot. Well, so I usually watch TED Talks, I listen to podcasts, and or I really like to watch vlogs in English or in Spanish. Now that I'm studying, I think through vlogs we can learn a lot about daily English, you know, things the way like people are talking in a daily basis, you know. So it's really interesting to watch vlogs. And I think that's it.
Really nice, Bruna. Thanks for sharing. So I think that we have just a few
Oh,
minutes to answer.
Sorry.
You
I
will
closed
bring.
I closed the rooms, okay?
Okay. So let's wait a little bit. So guys, this topic and this conversation for me was amazing, you know, and you shared a lot of different tips, and for sure I will try to use it, you know. As I said before, if I had more time, I would spend, you know, studying a little bit more, at least 3 or 4 hours a day, you know. Of course, uh, we need to divide this time, you know, manage this time to not become something that make you tired, and you know, and you start to be boring, you know, bored. So yeah, but I really love the types and what you have said, guys. It was really amazing. And that's the reason that you need to come, guys. You need to come, you need to use TNT, you know, wherever you have the time, whenever you have the time, you come here, not just in my meeting, but in all the meetings that we have here, and enjoy, make mistakes, you know, no matter how hard it is for you. Sometimes you get a little bit frustrated about this, but you need to keep going, you know. Just on this way you can improve yourself in the skill that you have, that you want. So guys, welcome back to the meme room. I want to know how was the experience for you guys. And Mr. Heitor, can you tell me about your experience, man?
As always, was fine, Bruno. And the meetings with Melissa was so amazing. She able to conduce in the meeting very well. And another person was a pleasure talk with them. So it was really fine.
Really nice. I can judge, you know, about your opinion about Melissa, because Melissa is amazing. You know, she's rock about what she do here, the work that she do here. So I can judge, you know. I totally
We share
agree with you,
the
man.
same opinion about her.
Yeah, she's amazing. And let me ask you something, Heitor. I want to know what is the
Thank you. I'm shaking. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. That's really important for me to hear. Thank you. I appreciate very much.
You're very
Thank you very
amazing.
much. You made my day. You made my weekend. Thank you. Thank you.
You are
really.
amazing. You are amazing. Really amazing.
Thank you.
And Heitor, let me ask you something, man. What was the most important moment that you realized that all the effort that you have made worth pay off, you know, about your English journey, or I don't know what language you want to speak?
I think I have an episode in my life. I learned a little bit of French, and was in the airplane, and a lady asked, I didn't remember what she asked me, but in French, and I was able to talk with her and solve that problem. So it was amazing for me to can talk with person than another outside of the world. I realized then, okay, that's something then I can't to do. I'm able to do that. So I think it was a little episode of my life, and it was amazing.
It's really great when you see that you are improving, right? It's really nice to see, you know. And you become proud of yourself because you are trying to do something good for your life, and you did it, you know. Really nice, man. Really nice to know about your experience. Thanks for sharing, man.
No worries,
guys. I shared with you some links, you know, about let me explain. We have here, I shared a survey, you know, so you can go there and rate us. Please give your opinion about the meeting, about the project in general, you know. The second one is our YouTube channel. So please go there, watch the meetings, and give us your thumb up. And the last one is our site. So if you want to learn another language, or if you want to improve your English, we have classes there. You can go there and schedule a time. And guys, please come to the meetings. You know, all the meetings that we have is a pleasure to have you here. It's for me, especially for me, it's an honor to receive you all here. You know, to have you here, guys. So that's it. I wish you all the best. Have a good weekend and enjoy the day, guys. See you in the next Saturday. Bye bye, my friends.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you all, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank
See
you,
ya.
Bruno,
Bye.
Heitor.